Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Day's podcast along with a new video. So today we are going to be talking about a new artist to speak on, because I know I've been just kind of weighing in on a few artists and multiple releases, so I want to make sure we talk about somebody new. So today we are going to be talking about Ciara, her album's Goodies. Let's get into it. Of course, like and subscribe. Check out Patreon for anything exclusive, along with Spotify for that same content that you can be able to listen to. Each can be $5, whichever you choose. Besides that, let's go. Goodies is the debut studio album by American singer Ciara. It was released on September 28th, 2004, via Jazzy Faze, Show Enough Records, and LaFace Records. After writing songs for several established acts, Ciara's talents were noticed by Jazzy Faye, and she began to work on what became Goodies. The album's conception came through the title track, produced by Lil Jon and created as a female crunk counterpart to other singles produced by Lil Jon, such as Usher's Yeah and P.D. Pablo's Freak a Leak. Ciara worked with additional writers and producers on the album, including Jazzy Faye, Bangladesh, R. Kelly, Jonte Austin, Sean Garrett, and Carrie Hilson, among others. With Goodies, Ciara was referred to as the princess or first lady of crunk R&B. The album uses dance music while utilizing pop, R&B, and hip-hop influences. Critics gave the album positive to mixed reviews, commending the Goodies as songs, while deeming other songs as unoriginal and noting Ciara's limited vocal abilities. Most critics compared the work to late singer Aaliyah, and also said it had qualities of Destiny's Child. Now, I can't say that there wasn't things that people weren't influenced from everybody. That's period. For everybody. No one has not said they weren't influenced from someone, and I feel like whether it's R&B music or rap, whether it's male or female, there's always someone you see and you say to yourself, I want to do that too. It's okay. The sad thing is when, and we can have a whole Ciara Patreon too, when you have people that you may have worked with or was around that kind of just kind of dismiss you or make you feel away or like, and I mean there was a lot of shady stuff behind the scenes in the 2000s, honey. Okay, you thought 2001 was bad. We're talking 2004. It got even shadier because now we're going into damn their Hurricane Katrina and all this other stuff and a really weird recession. Like, listen, but the album was recorded between 2003 into 2004. So, like I said, there's all different artists coming out, everybody working, everybody doing something. But yes, like I was going to say, as far as with critics compared the work to late Aaliyah, I mean, that's not a bad thing. I know that she wanted to make sure that she stamped herself as herself, but when you think of, a way someone is and how they carry themselves, it's like, okay, like this is someone that, if they were in the room with someone that they, may have admired or may look, up to, good conversation, I always keep it positive over here, guys. I don't got time for the drama. I will speak on the drama. I will allegedly let y'all know all of what the drama could possibly be. But as far as, peace and harmony, empathy, sympathy, all that, we keep it real nice and humble around here. The album was a commercial success in the United States. The album debuted at number 3 on the US Billboard 200, selling 124,750 copies in its opening week. It was later certified triple platinum by the Recording Academy and has sold over 5 million copies worldwide. The album also fared well internationally, being certified platinum by the Music Canada and gold by the British industry as well. Goodies earned Ciara 2 Grammy nominations, including Best New Artist and Best Rap Sung Collaboration for 1-2 Step. Yeah, so she was already Grammy nominated. The first singles was Goodies, which came out June 8th, 2004. Today is the anniversary, by the way. So it's been 20 years since Goodies. Listen to it if anything. As far as 1-2 Step, that came out November 1st, so near the end of the year of 2004. And then O came out by late winter going into spring of 2005. And then And I came out by the summer of 2005. And by that time with And I, she was kind of gearing into going into the next era. And then, we're already witnessing a Chris Brown and Rihanna in that same year, as opposed to already a Trey Songz and a Neo. So there was all these different people that she was already kind of jumping in with. Keisha Cole, 2000, Destiny's Child had came back, but they were Destiny Fulfilled though. Okay, touring by 2005, saying, "Listen, we about to say our farewell for right now," Okay, I think about 2005. I mean, we could talk about it. The background of the, of her story and everything kind of meshes with that. In her mid-teens, Ciara formed the all-girl group Hearsay with 2 of her friends. The group recorded demos, but as time went on, they began to have differences and eventually parted ways. Despite this setback, Ciara was still determined to reach her goal and signed a publishing deal as a songwriter. After leaving the group Hearsay, Texas native Ciara earned a writing job via her manager for Atlanta's Tricky Stewart and The Dreams Red Zone Entertainment. Ooh, so she was already working with Dream, penning songs for Maya and Fantasia, among others. According to Ciara, no one believed in her dreams of hearing her own music on the radio until she met producer Jazzy Faye in 2002. Okay, within 5 months of meeting her, Faye signed her to his Show Enough label, and they had already recorded 5 tracks. About Ciara, Jazzy Faye said, "What was really lacking is the Janet Jackson high-energy dance music. Ciara fits that mold. She's pretty, she can dance, she can write music, and kids love her. Everyone loves her." So, that's the background of just how it was coming about. After graduating from Riverdale High School in Riverdale, Georgia in 2003, she was signed to LaFace Records, which is with L.A. Reid, whom she was introduced by Jazzy Faye. She began production on her debut album later that year, okay, which I told y'all it would start in 2003. Recording sessions for the album took place at Chocolate Factory, Chicago, Illinois, Circle House Studios, Miami, Florida, DARP Studios, Atlanta, Georgia, Doppler Studios, Atlanta, Georgia, Futuristic Recording Studios, Atlanta, Georgia, Groundbreaking Studios, Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, so she was, there's even Sony Music Studios in New York. There was multiple instances of the album that she had to, work on it with certain producers at certain studios at certain times in certain places. That's a lot going on, especially back then. Because nowadays people be like, well, you know what? Just send me the WAV, WAV. Yeah, send me that, and I'll get back to you. That's nowadays. Back then, they were like, no. See, now we have the technology where it's like you can literally make stuff on your own and be independent, as she is now. You can see back then, and even now, it's like you can be with a label, but then it's like, do you want to? Kind of seeing what kind of happened with so many people who had labels, even if they lived a long life or halfway through, like Michael. Okay, just think about it. Composition consists of bouncy dance music mixed with crunk combined with either R&B, pop, and hip-hop music. The ballads on the set utilize Ciara's breathy vocals as the up-tempo pieces. Lyrical content varies on the album. Songs like Goodies issues a message of female empowerment and abstinence. Okay? Like, no, you're not getting this. Like the way that Remy Ma said, I'm conceited. Yes, because I look too good. That was the wave. There was a way, and that song came out literally like within a year or so after this. But like even before, where Eve, when she had that song, "Let Me Blow Your Mind." There's a couple things that she says in her verses that she's just like, I'm one of a kind. Like, there's just certain ways. Little Kim, same thing. Like, how many licks, I can show you better than I can tell you. But at the same time, even with her collaboration with Christina Aguilera, can't hold us down, But, yeah. Let's get back into this. And all these people know each other. Okay? That's true. They all know of each other. Goodies is heavily influenced by male counterpart crunk song Yeah, and also has been compared to Khaleesi's Milkshake. Well, if we're... Wait a minute. Milkshake did come out by 2003. Oh my god. See, this is why you research, because you're just trying to... I had to really think about that, because, yeah. When did the music video come out for that? Yeah, it's so... And yeah. Okay, so... Milkshake came out literally in the midst of Dangerously in Love releasing? Oh my god, Ciara was already... Yeah, well, okay, so back to Ciara, okay? Because the song makes use of a repeated whistle. Operative, yeah. Western guitar riff near the end. Dun, 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 dun. Well, sorry. 1-2 step, which continues the club music theme, is built around a simple dance and features Missy Elliott. And according to The Times, owes plenty to classic New York electro. A down-tempo song features a heavy bass line and has been called brooding electronic grind. And according to The Guardian, sounds like R&B reimagined by Gary Newman. Pick Up the Phone was described as a... Ooh. Why would they say this? Pick Up the Phone was described as a ripoff of Aaliyah's Rock the Boat. Pick up the phone, boy, pick up the phone. I mean, that's not... You see how people be online and be like, that's not, like, you know how genuine I am with this. Like, no, like... Next to You, written by R. Kelly, is part of the album's second half of ballads and was said to capture Ciara's youthful indecisiveness. Hotline features a funky clap and beatboxing. Okay, so it has been told and said that she will be removing Mr. Kelly from the project as far as for the 20th anniversary. So back in the day, and I will talk about every track. Yeah, the album was given a B and commented, if Aaliyah had lived to make another CD, it might have sounded like Goodies. Ooh. And said that the other album cuts prove she's no one-track pony, noting the singles One Two Step O as standout tracks. Why would they that like so this is what they felt back then. This is why we're doing this. This is why it's commentary, because you don't really read into what people say, because they say it and then people be like, oh, all right, next day. They really was comparing. And then, you know, this is what's kind of odd for me, because whether they had the same producer for their debut albums, whether one stood out on their own and someone new may be similar, a whole album, why would they say another Aaliyah album would sound like Goodies? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And I'm very unbiased with that. I don't agree with that. I feel as though Ciara is Ciara and I feel like Aaliyah is Aaliyah. There wouldn't be a sense of, you know, them being able to compare Ciara to an Aaliyah if there wasn't an Aaliyah. You know what I mean? Like, that just... there's no need for that. Everyone is who, like... If anything... Aaliyah was heavily influenced by Janet, just as Ciara has been able to show that she is heavily influenced by Janet. So the critical reception for this album, it wasn't as good as it could have been, even though it debuted at number 3. It spent a total of 71 weeks on the chart. And on October 10th, 2006, the album was triple platinum by the recording industry. As of June 2010, the album has sold 2.7 million copies in the US. But let's look at the track list. Like, I'm glad I read different critics' reviews on the previous albums that I've spoken on, because you'll see my reaction even with them. Like, I don't be agreeing with what people be saying, and they just have a whole voice to just be saying it. Like, sometimes people just be saying stuff to kind of diminish a bit of someone's star power and their creativity, because they're overlooking the fact that this is a whole new person, whole new project. It can sound and be similar to something else, and it applies to all music, but at the same time, it's like, and if anything, the artist would have to give that fact that they, you know, don't appreciate what it is that they, you know, may be influenced. But Ciara don't give that. Ciara's not that girl to be like that. Okay, so let's talk about the track list. So the track list, track 1 is Goodies featuring P. Pablo. Track 2 is One Two Step featuring Missy Elliott. Track 3, Thug Style. Track 4, Hotline. Track 5, O featuring Ludacris. Track 6, Pick Up the Phone. Track 7, Looking at You. Track 8, Ooh Baby. Track 9, Next to You, which is supposedly supposed to be removed. Track 10, And I. Track 11, Other Chicks. Track 12, The Title. And then track 13, which was a bonus track for Goodies, which had T.I. and Jazzy Faye. Then there was a British and Japanese bonus track called Crazy. But yeah, the album didn't do too bad, you know. In the UK, it was 26. In the UK R&B albums, it was 5. Billboard 200, it was 3 here. R&B and hip hop albums. It was number one. But yes, sold 4 million copies. You know. But yes, as far as just the album, it's a good album. I like it. I think it was a start for her in her career that everyone is now acknowledging, where it's like, she did that. Like, yes, she did. And I'm proud of her. So that is the end of our episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be back with more.